Hello, everybody. My name is Kyle Chambers. I'm here today with Robert Perry. Robert is the promoter of the Classic Kup Championships happening on July 8th in Columbus, Ohio. Thank you for joining the show today, Robert.
Thank you for having me. I'm real excited about this upcoming event and glad to be on your show.
That's great. What can you tell us about some of the divisions that are being offered at the Classic Kup Championships this year?
Well, we have well over 300 divisions, counting the WKC divisions. We have divisions starting with 5 and under, all the way up to 55 and over. So we can fit anybody in any situation, and we'll make it work for you.
That's awesome. What are some of the things you have for handicapable athletes as well?
Yeah, that's very good you asked that. We have divisions. We have forms and weapons for under 18 and above 18, and we like to give them their platform and let them have fun and go out and do their best. There's nothing like seeing those that aren't as privileged as we are go out and have a good time on the mats.
I've seen a post on Facebook that you have many different states that are going to be a part of this event from people from many different states. So what are some of the states that are going to be involved in this great event?
We have right now, and I'll go through states and some of the cities. Of course, all throughout Ohio, we will be supported heavily. We have people coming from Bowling Green, Kentucky. We have folks coming from Northern Kentucky, Louisville. We have folks coming from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Erie, Pennsylvania, Buffalo, New York, Detroit, Michigan, a few other places in Michigan. And then we have also Indiana's coming down, confirmed. We have Illinois coming down, confirmed. So we're going to have a truly regional event, that's for sure. We also have West Virginia, and Virginia is bringing some folks down.
It's great that even though your event is regional, you have people from all different states coming together to enjoy this great event.
No, I would say that is very important to me as a former fighter on the circus. Traveling was what we did. Master Plowden made sure we went to all corners of wherever to get on the mat. So we did that. And I'd like to put Columbus, Ohio back on the map as far as the open karate circuit. They have strong traditional karate here in Ohio. I'd like to see open in the same statue as that.
That's amazing. There is some really good athletes from Columbus or from the Ohio area in general. One I can think of off the top of my head is Sarah Campbell. Sarah's on Team AKA, and she's from Cincinnati, Ohio, and she's a very strong athlete, and she's a great CMX forms athlete and a great traditional kata athlete in the NASCAR circuit.
That is awesome. I'm going to Kentucky has opened my eyes to the CMX, and they're doing great things with great kids, and it's a way to keep our kids engaged. We're losing so many kids because it's not so exciting. We're so rigid a lot of the times. They want to fly around and fly in circles and jump over. That's how we were as kids. We want to adventure and go out and do different things, turn a backflip. These kids are doing that. And I saw some kids that are learning and they're beginning to put it in their forms and their competition. Yes, they're learning, and you can tell that. But the fact is, they're having fun.
Yeah, the CMX side offers a kind of an exciting, it kind of brings a flair to karate, have the traditional base, but also adding an extra flair, which is very exciting as well.
Yes, sir. I believe in that wholeheartedly. That open can be just as exciting, just as beautiful as traditional, with practice and with everyone putting their all into it. We can't close our eyes and say, "Oh, he threw the bow up." Well, in a fight, no, he's not in a fight. He's in a presentation. Let's judge the presentation, and it's not about a street fight in a competition. So many want to judge on that level, but we have to open our eyes and say, "This is an open competition, and we have open competitors. Let's see what they have and judge them accordingly, and not hold it against them because they do it different from us."
It's very interesting. So what are some of the leagues that your event is associated with?
We're associated with the WKC 2024 qualifier for the championships next year, not this year. We're also RSKC sanctioned. We have affiliations with the league. We're associated with 2 Ohio associations. That would be MVTA and UPMAC. And we're also, like you said, associated with the league.
That's great. You have so many different associations. I've talked to the league executives in my podcast in the past, and it's great what they do to build the sport, and they're really passionate. So it's great that you have them and WKC and a lot of other great regional circuits you're associated with. So for people that want to go to the championships of these leagues and go to your tournament and say, hey, I have this under my belt, and that can be added to the standings, which I think is really cool.
Yes, sir. And we also have a regional series sanction, which is a regional base sanction that is new this year. And they're breaking out with some different ideas to try to get regional events up to par, where we can show that these folks have an opportunity to graduate from regional to go to some of these nationals, some of these NASCA 5K tournaments, 5-star tournaments, and go out and compete. That's what the situation should be. You should want to grow to these world championships, WKC, WKU, whatever it may be, and not just stay regional, but the regional should feed you into that level, and which I'm trying to get something established here in Ohio to where we have our kids growing up in karate and staying in karate in some capacity, especially competition.
So what are some of the sponsors of this tournament, Robert?
We have Levi's Mighty Soul Sauce. We've got Gaddis and Sons Cement Company, a local cement company. We've got Core 44 Fitness, where we teach. They give us so much support. Thank you. We have Mama Nancy's Pizza, a local pizza shop that's a great shop because they have Detroit style pizza, which I'm from Detroit, so I love it. And they have Chicago style, they have Columbus style. Then you have my wife. Her skin and beauty company is really taking off. It's really helping a lot of folks. I've seen some amazing things. As much as I talk about her product, it is doing amazing things for people's skin. And Donnie Michael out of Indiana, he promotes the Spring Smash. He's a PKC promoter, and he is one of the sponsors. It is so good to have another promoter of an event out of town be a sponsor of my event. And he's going to be coming in town to support it and do all he can to make it successful. We also do a thing called the Legend Award. And these awards are strictly from my own personal heart. And no one paid me for these awards. I don't sell these awards. These are people who I've come in contact with throughout my years as a competitor and promoter and just traveling all around. I have some fantastic stories that I'm going to tell when they all send me bios and I read the bios and when we get up there and I get on the mic and I tell the personal stories because that's how I'm attached to these folks. And the first one was James Cook he was out of Cleveland, one of the top forms, fighting, weapons, and all of it back in the day. This year's Legend Award honorees will be Jose Cedeno out of Cleveland, Ohio. Tony Marshall out of Buffalo, New York, who I've known for over 40 years. We have Bill Viola out of Pittsburgh, one of the greatest trainers of world champions there is today. We've got Nancy Price Young. This whole family can fight, and I've seen this young lady win grand championships. Plus, she was a starting point guard for a major college team. I don't know if you knew that. But then we have Sean Elliott out of Virginia, who goes way back into the NBL days, and we just seen each other and become just brothers. And he's a great instructor of champions, and it's been a pleasure knowing him. We try to make sure we give flowers to those who deserve it, who may not get it from a NASCA 5-star tournament, but they are very important to this martial arts world, and that's my opinion.
That's great. You're able to promote some of the things that are local and some of the people who give to the sport on the local side of things, because those people that put in the work on the local side help the athletes get to the elite tournaments, because they're the ones that host the local tournaments, and the local people get to build their skills locally, but also the people that are in NASCA get to come and see how they're going to do against some of the people coming up. Thank you so much for on the show today, Robert.
Oh, thank you for having us. I'm excited. I'm glad we touched base, and we'll see each other down the line somewhere.
Absolutely. This has been KC Sports Talk, the podcast with Kyle Chambers.
Thank you.